And now we can see here the 8P of marketing. More precise slide. The 8P of marketing services. Because the marketing of products are working only with 4 P's. But if we are speaking about services, we are working with 8 P's. The 4 P's that products are using and 4 more P's. In some way, I can say that products are using the other 4 P's too. But as they are not so important, because as we have seen, when you are using a service, when you are consuming a service, at the same time it is being produced. Like now, you are consuming this glass. I am offering this glass, and at the same time I am producing it. It's clear that I have prepared this glass before, because here you can see a picture. So this picture was being prepared before. But when I explain and I use this picture, then you are consuming it, and my explanation is something that I am producing at the same time. By this, you can see that this is a characteristic that it's not equal than in products, because in case of products, they produce products in their factories, not at the same not at the same time as consumers are using this service. Okay, and we will begin with products and services. In the case of financial institutions and insurance companies, they are offering you services, not products. But you will hear, you will read in many cases, and in many cases I will say products, and they are only services, because they are intangible. Okay, this is the first thing. And what is a service? Is something that you receive from the financial institution or insurance company and will benefit you. They will maintain your deposits in a secure way. They will lend you money. They will transfer your funds from one account to another in the same country, another country, the same city, other city. Or they will pay your employee salaries. Many services will you receive, and these are services. Okay? Not products. And as they are services, as I have told you minutes before now, this is something that you can't define, that you can't feel, that you can't explain in total. And if you explain it in total because you think you have all the variables in mind, you will find some other else that will define these products in other way with other variables, and these variables are weighted in with other measures and so on. This is the first thing. Second, we have the price. And in the case of financial institutions and insurance companies, the price is interest rates, money exchange rate, or commissions. This is the price. You will pay for a foreign currency, you will pay for a loan, or you will receive a payment for your deposits, or you will pay for commissions for policy, insurance policies, and so on. They will define a price. And like products, price could be related with a single product or with a combination of products. And when you are related this combination of products with the price, you will find that the average price is lower than the price of the individual prices, and so on. Then you have promotion, like in products. I will diffuse my service. I will show you how is my service, and you will find in many cases that I can explain my service. I will offer you a current account in which you could deposit your funds, and I will maintain it until you withdraw it. You can withdraw it immediately. So I have described this product. This could be a promotion. And on the other side, I could say, I offered you a current account, and you will be secure with it. They will reduce your times of financial operations. It's very easy to operate it. You will receive information every day by my internet banking by internet, and so on. I will explain your benefits. and I don't explain you the service. But this is service difficult to explain. I could explain only those things that are important for you in order that you will be attracted by the service and you are running to obtain it, or I can explain you in a very cold manner how is the service, and you wouldn't be attracted for the service, but you know that it could be useful for you. Okay? And the last P is place. In the case of products, place, where I sell my products. I must be in those places in which I know my clients, my customers go frequently. In those places in which I could find these clients. This is something very important in the case of products and in the case of financial institutions too. But in some cases, if your product, if your service is is really better than others, is outperformance, so estás hace performance mayor. If it's so, then I could be in places in which you don't go frequently, but as my service or product is so good, you will look for me. It's not important where am I. It's important for you only to obtain the product, to obtain the service. In the case of financial institutions, you wouldn't find many cases in which a financial institution or an insurance company could be everywhere and you are running to obtain their services. It's not so. You must look as these services are like commodities. You must be where clients go. Okay, and these are the 4 P's that you know in other courses. I don't know if you have seen the other P's, but if you have seen it, you will recheck it. We have to speak about personal. And in the case of personal, we have seen that personal is very important. They influence over the service. They will influence over the client. Then I need that these people will receive that these people will be trained, will be well trained, and then will offer a good service to my clients. Okay, this is the case of personal, and personal must be prepared to face difficult situations and very easy situations. They must be very efficient. It's something very important because my clients will be attended by my employees. It's not equal in the case of products, because in the case of products, the workers in the factory have not relation with the clients. On the other hand, the process. In the case of process, the process is very important. If I don't ask for many documents to my clients, my process is easier than my competitors. Or if I have very the flow of my processes is quicker, then my clients could be happy with me and they will look for me. So process is something very important, because when I produce the service and the clients consume it at the same time as I am producing it, the process is something that they are consuming, that they are facing, that they are feeling. Then I need that these processes must be very simple, must be easier. They understand it. They need to know that they are doing something that it is necessary, it's not an obligation, and they need to know that this process will produce a benefit to both sides. Then we have on the other side physical evidence, and physical evidence is related with place, but it's not the same. And why is related? In the case of physical evidence, you can see, for example, the colors of a bank. What are the colors of Banco de Crédito? Orange, blue, and white. 3 colors. You recognize this color. Then you will find the colors of Banco de Crédito in every promotion in their office. When they diffuse their services by newspapers, you will find these colors. And what are the colors of Interbank? Yellow now. Like blue now. Green and green and white. They don't use blue. Green and white. Only green and white. The letters are in white and the surface is green. And in the case of Banco Continental, blue and white. Scotiabank, red and white. Then you will find that they have prepared their colors, and the most part of you know the colors. This is physical evidence. When you go to their office, when you are seeing these colors, you know, I am in this institution. It's office. It's not only to be present in the place in which my clients operate. It's something related with recognize the service, identify the client, produce a relation between the client and the service that I am offering, or the institution that it is offering the service. This is physical evidence. And finally, we have proof. But proof in this case is in the sense of test. I test my product before I launch it to the market. Why? The first example, I will take a product as an example, Volvo. In the case of Volvo, they launch a car after they have tested 10 years. By this, if you observe cars, you will see that Volvo don't change their models quickly. Other cars, you will find that every year they have a new model, but Volvo not, because they are testing, they are proving their cars before, because it must be a very secure car. If you have an accident, you have more probabilities to return without damage, because the car has been well tested. And after this, they launch it in the market. In the case of financial institutions or insurance companies, before they launch a service, they need to have a good software. Because if they have a mistake in the software, it could be that I deposit 1 million and tomorrow the bank said, no, you only have 1,000 soles. I can't promote or diffuse my service saying, in the most part of the cases I will say that you have exactly your balance. But in some cases I don't know how much do you have. Come with me, you will save with them? No. They must test their services. It's necessary to do so. If they don't do so, they could have big problems. In some cases, during the year 2009 or 2007, a bank has had a problem about this. They have launched, a British bank has launched a service, and they have tested it, but they have to do some kind of mistakes. They don't have to take into account some kind of alternatives. And at the end of the day, only in one day in which they have operated, they were in bankruptcy. Because they have sold and they have assumed debts that they can't pay. And the bank has disappeared. Only because they have launched a hardware without an appropriate test. In other cases, you could find that testing a software is something that in this sector is not only important, it's vital. Because you are speaking about surviving. You are speaking about if you will maintain your operations or will disappear in the market. And it is all for today. Thank you very much. Estén atentos para lo que voy a colgarles mañana. Gracias.